Hello and welcome to Blackstone Radio. This is Mark Hagan, and today I'm going to show you how to edit a podcast. We shot episode 3 of the Blackstone Radio podcast series. This one is actually for how to start up your own podcast and how to do content creation, how to pick your topics, and then ultimately how to edit. So the first thing you need to do is grab the audio file that you recorded using Audacity, which is the software you see running now, and drag it into Audacity. So Audacity is an open source audio editing tool, an audio recording tool. It is fantastic. It works out great for our podcast. So you see when you drag your audio in, it's going to create your audio feed here. The first thing I like to do is go to Effect and then normalize the audio. This will get rid of any of the extremes and any of the lows. It just kind of normalize the entire set. You see it just kind of brings it in there a little bit. Next thing you want to do is your basic edits. So what I like to do is just kind of play through, find where the audio actually starts, delete, and then go to the end and trim off the end. We don't really do a lot of editing for our audio, but you might want to do something for yours. Remove the uhs and ands, which we have a lot of, and we just leave it in there. So I play it through a little bit, and I wait for the intro to start. And I find the spot where the intro begins. I'm not going to zoom in quite that much. So I'm holding Control and using my mouse wheel to zoom, and I noticed that right here is where the audio actually starts. I'm just going to select everything before that and delete it. I then scroll to the end, and over here we kind of find out where it ends. So I'll start right here, and you get the sign off, and you say, okay, right there is just dead audio. Kill that. I might even want to trim off just a little bit more. Done. So now you're ready to add in your intro and outro music. So we like to do a fade out at the intro and a fade in at the end, right? So you want to start with a good quality track. You drag that and drop it into your Audacity window. That'll be our intro, and then we'll drag over the outro, which is the exact same audio clip for us. So what you want to do is kind of shift up so that the audio overlaps, the intro overlaps the start of the podcast. And the way that you do that is you grab this time shift tool. So you click time shift, and now you can place your audio wherever you want. You can just drag it around. We usually do ours at about the 5-second point. So there's maybe not 5, probably like 3 or 4 seconds of audio intro. And then we're going to grab the outro and bring it all the way to the end. Scroll over here, and we actually want it to be a little bit further than the end, so you can see right there be the exact end, and you saw the last time we did about 5 seconds, so we want to do the same thing. So we have 5 seconds of outro, maybe a little bit more. There we go. And here's what you want to do next. Grab your selector tool up here, your selection tool, and what we want to do, like I said, is we want to actually fade this out. So we want to start at full volume, and then as we start talking, already be the point where the music's pretty much gone and you can just hear the speakers. So to do that, you go to select you'll use this tool to select the entire clip. And then you want to go up to Effect, and you want to do a fade out. And that will essentially start at a full audio and fade that out for you. And now you want to do the same thing at this side, only the difference is you actually want to fade in instead of out. So you're going to go to Effect, and you're going to do a fade in. So that way the audio isn't just immediately blasting, and you kind of fade into some music, and that's how the program ends. Once you've got to this stage, you're done. The audio is edited, you've tested it, you've listened through, you've removed any ands and ums that you might have wanted to get rid of, and you need to just select the audio and export it. So you hold Control and select each of your tracks, or hold Shift and select each of your tracks. Go to File, and then go to Export. And we're going to name this episode 3_final. And we do that because it's the convention that we've been using. So you see that I have an options here for this MP3. I can change it down to 128 or 192 or 256. We'll go 192. And hit OK. And then click Save. So now you need to go in and actually put the content in for your MP3 ID3 tag. So the ID3 tag is the descriptive piece. So that somebody opens this up in Winamp or Windows Media Player, it would tell them what the track name is, the album name, that kind of thing. So In this case, the track title is going to be How to Record a Podcast. And I probably want to clean that up. Okay, and the album title is going to be Blackstone Radio. And this is track number 3. 0 was our intro. Episode 1 was track 1. You get the idea. For 2013, we put all of ours in the Christian gangster rap category. And then the comments are Blackstone Podcast Introduction. Now this would be Mark and Steven explain how to start a podcast. All right, so pretty straightforward stuff. Click OK, the MP3 saves, and you're completely done. So follow our next steps on setting up a WordPress server, getting your audio to play through a WordPress podcast plugin so that folks can subscribe, and you'll be good to go. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.